may be seated. Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the commencement exercises for the Elkins High School class of 2017. Graduates, tonight is a celebration of your accomplishments over 12 years of hard work that concludes as you turn your tassels and become alumni of Elkins High School. This celebration is shared with you by your parents, relatives, teachers, staff, and friends who have had an important role in you reaching this milestone. To each group that has provided the support to these graduates, I would like to sincerely thank you. Education does not stop with graduation and is more than going to class, doing homework, and taking tests. Education is about discovery, the essence of human nature. This curiosity for discovery embodies us to want to know what is around the next bend in the road. It is about knowledge and truth. President John F. Kennedy believed that the goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth. The advancement of knowledge can be wrapped in many different containers and can be received in many different forms. Knowledge is fluid and requires the learner to seek it out. Knowledge can come from facts and formulas memorized and applied in Mr. Emmett's algebra class or Ms. Robertson's chemistry class. Knowledge can be understanding World War II and the implications we still see today. Knowledge can also be skills that you have acquired. Skills that you have learned in Ms. Foster Smith's art class when making bowls for literacy night. Ms. Trotter's agriculture classes while building birdhouses in the 9th grade. Or Mr. Fuller's band classes while learning to read and play music. Unlike knowledge, the truth does not come in many different forms. The truth is not fluid. The truth is the truth. However, like knowledge, the truth requires you to search it out. The truth can be rewarding and can also be bittersweet. We cannot hide from the truth, and as adults, you must always strive for the truth. To find knowledge and truth will require you to take an active role in the pursuit of both. I hope that as you move forward with your life, that you always remember to strive for excellence in your pursuit of knowledge and the dissemination of truth. Class of 2017, congratulations and best of luck. I expect great things from you. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Bailey Smith, your 2017 salutatorian.
Good evening. I'm Bailey Smith, your class of 2017 salutatorian. It is the utmost honor and privilege to be speaking in front of all of you tonight. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to give thanks to those who have helped me on this journey through my career at Elkins High School. I would first and foremost like to thank my mom and dad who have been there for me since day one. My mommy has been there for me through everything, and I can tell her anything. I love you so much, Mom, and I forgive you for pulling my hair when getting me ready for school. You're the person I aspire to be when I grow up and begin this new chapter in my life. Your grace and kindness is something that I strive to have. My dad has been my rock, my hero, and every word under the sun, and the funniest person I have ever met. He always makes me laugh and is my best friend. Dad, you are the level-headedness I aspire to have, and I wish for your strength as I go forward. I couldn't have asked for a better support system as I went through high school, and I would be absolutely lost without them. You have both taught me what it's like to be loved unconditionally and how to make the right decisions. The trust you have in me is the most important part of my life, and I thank you so much for everything you have done for me. I would also like to thank those who came out to see me walk across the stage. Whether you came from New York or from Elkins itself, the fact that you came means the entire world to me. I especially like to thank my grandmothers, who without them, I would not be the woman I am today. You've given me so much to be thankful for, and I'm most thankful for the love that you have for me. I'd also like to thank the family and friends who could not be at graduation tonight. Even though you aren't here, I still feel the love that you have for me. I also want to send out a thanks to a few teachers who help further my education every single day and not fail to put a smile on my face. Mr. Christopher Fuller. He has been there for me for 7 long years. He has pushed me to limits that I didn't know were possible, and without him, I never would have found my passion for music that I'm continuing in college. He is someone that I know I can rely on when I'm struggling and need advice. I will never forget his drive and determination and his stupid fishing jokes for as long as I live. So thank you, Krispy Kreme. I would also like to thank Miss Katie Campbell and Miss Allison Evans, who have been 2 of the most supportive teachers I've ever had. They were teachers that made school fun and cared so much about every kid who walked through their front door. You both made me laugh every time I walked into class, which on some days I needed, so thank you. I would also like to thank Mr. Jonathan Mills, who renewed my love of science, and when I had given up on it, he pushed me harder academically than any teacher I have ever had, and I'm so thankful for that. He's the reason I'm pursuing a science career while attending college. I would also like to take this moment to remember those who couldn't be here with us tonight. Many of us have not ended this journey through high school with the same people around us as we began. Even though graduation is a time for celebration, it is also a time for remembrance. Our families and friends shape our lives without knowing it. I know that whether it is grandparents, mothers, fathers, sisters, or brothers, or any family that aren't with us today, love us just as much and are smiling down with pride and the utmost joy for each and every one of you and the accomplishments that you have made. So smile in their memory and know that they would be so proud of us. I know my grandfathers would have done anything to be here tonight, but I must remind myself, I am everything I've learned and more, still it calls me. And the call isn't out there at all, it's inside me. It's like the tide, always falling and rising. I will carry you here in my heart, and you will remind me that come what may, I know the way. As we move forward, we must remember those who guided us as we grew up and know they will be in our hearts forever. Like many in the class before me, I have grown up in Elkins my entire life. Elkins has been my home for as long as I can remember. And while growing up in this town, I've been able to have very fond memories of every one of you. And whether it was passing hello in the hallway during school or a friendship that has lasted throughout primary, elementary, middle school, and high school. 13 years is a long time to get to know each other. And honestly, I would not trade those 13 years and experiences for anything. The friends that I've made, I hope, will last me until the end of time. Each one of you has made me the person I am today, and each one of you inspired this speech in different ways. I was told to give absolutely no bad cliches or puns several times by many of you, but who would I be to not include one? So, class 2017, we made it. As we end this journey of all our last in Instagram posts and Snapchat stories, we tend to neglect the first that we have created while at Elkins High School. The class of 2017 was the first kindergarten class in the new primary building. We were the first to go an entire 4 years in the new high school. We were the first class to have a group to go to Disney World. We're the first class to have someone rip their pants in the junior class play. And we were the first and last class of 2017 at Elkins High School. We cannot be beat. I am so unbelievably grateful to have been able to graduate alongside you as not only your classmate but your friend. So as our time together rolls to a quick end, I give a task to each and every one of you. Find yourselves in the vast and expansive world ahead of you, and just know that wherever you go, when you feel like it's hard to tell up from down, just remember, it's all relative to the center of the earth.
This time, I would like to introduce your 2017 valedictorians. Miss Emily Dyke. Miss Kennedy Kessner. Mr. Jacob Marley. Mr. Jeffrey Marley. Miss Destiny Mathis. Miss Malachi Maurice. Mr. Austin Skaggs. Miss Jasha Van Brunt. and Mr. Colton Vaught.
Wow, no one told me to wear comfortable shoes. Good evening, I'm Emily Dyke. I would like to start by saying what an honor it is to be up here giving this speech tonight. And I would like to thank the faculty, my family, and most of all, God, who took a special part in making this night happen. This is a night we all will never forget. Public speaking has never been my strong suit, but I'll try to get through this speech without messing up. When I started my 13-year career at Elkins Public Schools, little did I know what excitement would follow. Not only about the new lifelong friends I would make, but also about the excitement of learning and growing as a person. I end my career at Elkins High School with those same feelings. As I leave this school and start the next chapter of my life, I will never forget all the things I have learned and experienced, or all the wonderful people that I have grown to love and cherish. I can remember my first day of high school as a freshman and how excited but nervous I was to be in a different school with all the seniors. Since then, I have watched my class mature and grow into different people and become those seniors. Now I'll go to college as a freshman once again, feeling those same feelings I felt as a freshman in high school. As many times as I hit snooze, dreaded coming, and showed up late, but in style, #EHS best dressed, and thought about how much I would rather be petting dogs, Elkins will always have a place in my heart. It shaped me into the person I am today and introduced me to some of my best friends, and for that, I am forever grateful. When I catch myself worrying about the future and going to college, I remember the verse Matthew 6:34. It says, "Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." The Bible says, "Do not be afraid," 365 times. Go ahead, Google it. That's what I did. That is a daily reminder to live every day being fearless. If you take nothing else from this speech, please remember this. God has a plan for each and every one of our futures. Do not spend your time here on earth worrying about it. The man up above has that taken care of. As I walk out these doors tonight, I do not feel saddened that my time here is over, but glad for all the great memories and friends that I have made that will last a lifetime. My future, along with everyone else's, is in the hands of God. I am not afraid. Once an elk, always an elk. Thank you, and God bless. Please welcome Kennedy Kestner.
Hello, I'm Kennedy Kestner, and I am more than honored to be standing in front of you today as one of Elkins' many valedictorians. With all of these valedictorians giving a speech, you're all probably thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. But don't worry, I've been where you all are sitting, so I'm not going to make it that long. I moved to Elkins in the 7th grade without knowing anyone well at all. My family and I were worried that Elkins would not prepare me for my future very efficiently. However, that has not been the case. Being at Elkins has pushed me to perform well, has helped me establish strong character traits, and has molded me into the person I am today. It was not Elkins itself that helped me succeed, but the students, teachers, faculties, and community within Elkins. There are a few key people who have been a huge blessing that I'd like to give recognition to. First, Miss Angie Kickline. Miss Kickline has been my teacher and CAP advisor since the 8th grade, and let me tell you, I wore her out. She is passionate about her students and has the desire to watch each and every one of them succeed. She is selfless and goes over and beyond her responsibilities as a teacher. She is my biggest advocate. By second semester this year, I was living in Miss Kickline's classroom from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day. She has done so much for me, and I wish she could come to the University of Arkansas with me next year. A couple others that I wouldn't mind taking with me are Miss Coleman, Coach Bailey, and Miss Wheeler. I can honestly say that my high school career would not be as rewarding if I did not receive the support and encouragement I did from these faculty members. I also want to give a huge thanks to both of my parents who raised me pretty right. They do not only provide for me, but they pour into me on a daily basis. At an early age, they taught me that Jesus comes first, then school, and then fun. They are my biggest cheerleaders no matter what I'm doing. They parent me, but give me a healthy amount of freedom to make my own decisions. They may not be perfect, but I think they're pretty close. I can say for a fact I would not be the same Kennedy Kestner standing before you that you all know if it was not for their leadership and guidance. My last thank you goes to my Father, my Heavenly Father. Without him, I would not be here. None of us would. My senior year was hard, and I continually found myself going to John 16:33. In this world, you will have troubles, but take heart, I have overcome the world. The Lord used the heat in my life to create a fire so he could easily mold me into a more godly woman. Through this adversity, he taught me patience and self-control. He gave me the strength to persevere through the hard times. I found in Nehemiah 8:10 that the joy of the Lord really is my strength. I leaned on his unconditional love and found undeserving comfort and peace. Looking back on this year, I know that it was a blessing in disguise, and I would not change a thing. Thank you, Elkins, for being a strong stepping stone in my life and for my future. I am forever thankful and blessed for the memories I have experienced here. Thank you. And next we have Jacob and Jeffrey Marley.
Dude, what are you doing?
What?
Come on. You know I'm supposed to be on the left side.
Oh, right.
Now what are you doing?
What? I just got my mind blown. This is number 58.
Why? Because we're graduating?
Well, yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, it blows my mind too, but that doesn't mean I gotta write it down or anything.
Well, you do your own thing then, I guess.
Wait, what's that on the next page?
Oh, that's my memories page.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, look right here, number 5, first day of kindergarten.
Oh, I remember that day. Most of us were pretty nervous and didn't know the journey we were about to face.
No, we didn't. Most people probably wouldn't believe us now if we told them we almost failed kindergarten.
Yeah, I know it. We couldn't say our ABCs, couldn't spell our names, couldn't even count to 10. We needed help.
Luckily, a Christmas miracle occurred, and things just clicked with a little help from our teacher. So thank you, Miss Evans.
That just goes to show that perseverance really does go a long way.
Hey, remember this one? Memory 11, 2015 homecoming.
Yes, one of my favorites.
Yeah, mine too. I don't think I'll ever forget that game.
Yeah, sometimes that can be hard and give you trouble.
It all turned out fine, though. I remember Memory 12 when we were in the football locker room and the guys were...
Whoa, stop. Let's not talk about that here.
Oh, you're right.
You know, one of my best memories was the Denver trip, number 14, when we went to the National Western Judging Contest with Miss Trotter.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for her countless hours and dedication she put in for her students. If it wasn't for her, I don't think we would be where we are today.
Oh, do you remember a few weeks ago? There it is right there, number 16, when we put that prom dress for sale on Craigslist under Bo's name and number.
Oh, yeah. I wrote that one down because I don't think he had any idea he could even take it off since it was under his email.
Yeah, I wonder how many people called him about that. He really needs to start using more complicated passwords.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and write down number 17, graduation day.
Good idea. It makes me think back to that first day of kindergarten. We were all shy and a little nervous about starting our next chapter in life. But it's a bittersweet feeling, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Since then, a lot of memories have been made and minds were blown. We overcame many challenges and prepared ourselves for the future ahead.
So now we will go our separate ways. Some of us will work for college degrees, while others go straight into the workforce.
Some of our best memories lie ahead. We will begin families before we know it and face different challenges the world will bring to us.
So you learn from your mistakes in the past and utilize that new knowledge in the future. If we fulfill our purposes, we will reach our destination in life. And if you need to, write a thing or two down. It doesn't hurt.
Class of 2017, good luck with the next chapter in your life. Overcome your challenges, keep believing, and stay positive. And make a few memories along the way. But remember,
Go Elks!
Now, if you would please welcome to the podium
Destiny Mathis.
Okay. I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head. Okay, now that y'all know that I can't sing and I can't play basketball, I'll get on with my speech. It's crazy that we made it. I couldn't have done it without the support of my family and friends, my nanny especially. She has been there in my long journey, not only to teach me right from wrong, but to pick me up when I fall. As to my friends, I may not have started out with the right crowd, but it made the moment even sweeter knowing I ended high school with true lifelong friends. I want to thank the friends I have now that are positive influence and supportive of everything I do. Hashtag Jessica, Caitlin, Ben, Laurel, and all the other people. Finally, I want to thank God. Without God in my life, I would be an absolute mess. Not only did God give me this wonderful life, He has also been there for me in the toughest times in my life. He has listened to my prayers and has forgiven me, which allowed me to be the person I am today. As we move forward in our lives, I want to say one thing to the class of 2017. Hear everything, but only listen to the positive. This has been one of the hardest lessons I've had to learn. There are going to be people out there that tear you down. They don't want you to succeed. They believe they are going to put things in your head, and you'll look in the mirror and believe every word they say about you. You will soon lose motivation to be what you want in life because of bullies. This is where the hearing comes along. Hear what they say, but don't listen. Use it as motivation and be true to yourself. This is why I said listen to the positive, because then you will be yourself positively. One thing I have taken away from Elkins High School is to have integrity and be confident in who you are. I want to thank you for that and all the lessons I've learned. I hope that all of you guys will have a bright future. Goodbye, class of 2017. But hey, if you guys ever miss me, I know it's a stretch. You can find me at Arby's. And now, Malachi Murray.
Hello, everyone. I had a lot of trouble trying to decide what to write about because there's so much to be thankful for, so much to remember, but I think I finally found it out. Tonight, I would like to honor not only the ones who are here, but the ones who aren't. I know that there are many of us who are missing people tonight, friends, grandparents, parents, and siblings. I understand how you feel. Both of my parents are absent. But if I have learned anything about myself during high school, it's that I'm really good about writing poetry about terrible things, then finding the silver lining in all of it at the end. That being said, I wrote this for myself and for all of us, for those who feel incomplete tonight and those who do not. We were born the children who were promised the world. We could do anything, be anything, believe in anything. When I was 5, I realized that was a lie. When I was 7, I felt that same disappointment. I could not be anything I wanted. I was a child who had lost her mother and her father, and the only thing I really wanted to be was somebody's daughter. It took me 10 years too long to realize I already was. There are 2 people here tonight who promised me the world before I was even brought into it. There are 2 people not here tonight who did the exact same thing. There are at least 2 people here tonight who planned my entire life out for me before I had even begun living it. And I'm sure they imagined what it would be like to sit here just like they are tonight. There are 2 people who brought me to life, and I'm sure they imagined this very night, yet they are not here. As I watched my 2 older brothers graduate, I felt an overwhelming sadness at the fact that the people who made them were not here to see the finished product. But just last year, in 11th grade, I had a revelation, built from waiting and resolutions, and I came out of it stronger and wiser. So if I can offer one piece of advice, just one, it is this. The people who created you are not necessarily the ones that end up making you. I have lived with my aunt and uncle for 10.5 years, and for only half a year, I have understood that they've done the best they possibly could. Now is the time that we thank our parents for bringing us to life. We thank our replacement parents, aunts and uncles, grandparents, fosters, for being there when our real ones could not. Anyone that had any part in our upbringings deserves all the respect and gratitude for being there for us, even when we weren't there for ourselves, especially when I wasn't there for myself. I am 18 now, an adult, and it is now fashionable to admit my mistakes. However, there are too many to list them just one night, so I will just say this. I have been awful to the people who just wanted to love me and watch me live, but we all have. But that was when we were children. We're adults now, about to go off into the big bad world, some of us carrying more baggage than others. But if I could offer one other piece of advice for those of you feeling incomplete tonight, they aren't completely gone, they're just gone right now. If you are directly related to the person you're missing, then according to science, you share blood with them. If you are not related by blood, then surely you must remember them. And if you carry either blood or memories or both of those otherworldly people, then they will never actually be dead because they live on through you. They are here tonight because of you, with you, for you, watching you through your own eyes. And in that same vein of logic, I believe that all of you ought to be so, so proud that you have made it this far, because not only are you graduating tonight, not only are you ready to start your life, you are carrying with you those who helped get you here in the first place. We are walking memorials, and I know that I will do my best to live a good life so that my parents can finish what they started. But in addition to the dead, I think it's customary to thank those still living that got us here in the first place. My brothers for coming first and paving the road. Grandma and Grandpa for letting me stay at your house. I was really stressed most of those times, and talking to you really helped. Me, Mom, Papa, Nikki, and Doug, we've had a lot of great times together, and I won't soon forget them. Alyssa and Megan for reminding me that I want to be a mother someday. My friends, you've helped raise me too. My personality and my dreams, my likes, my dislikes, it's just a mosaic of yours. To Carrie Fisher for teaching me it's okay to struggle and it's good to be humble. May you rest easy among the stars. Teachers, there are not words enough to thank you. You've given me my strongest weapon, my best defense against anything life can throw at me, and I thank you. My fellow graduates, sorry, here's a cliche, but here we are, our last night as ELKINS students. It's been a good time. Mimi and Uncle, for promising me a future and dragging me up that mountain. It's been just under 11 years. Over half my life you've been trying to get me here. I made it. And all of you out there, all decked out in purple, I have one more thing to say to you. I'm proud of us. And now I would like to present our next speaker, Austin Skaggs.
Congratulations, class of 2017. First off, I would like to thank God, family, friends, faculty, and staff for giving me this amazing opportunity. I would also like to recognize those in our class who have joined the military. I know Boo, George, Zach, Mason, and Weston have all made this decision, and I thank you for it. I won't take up too much of your time here. I would like to start off with a little story. The first basketball game of our junior year, we played Farmington, at Farmington. Now our new coach, Coach Porter, set us down in the locker room before the game and told us that we could go out there and goof off, play half-hearted, and that the game wouldn't matter by the next day. I mean, we'd just gotten our football players back, and Farmington is a bigger school than us anyway. He said, or you can go out there and play your hardest, give it your all, and let the cards fall where they may. Coach looked at us and said, don't give yourself an excuse to fail. So we went out there with full hearts and expecting to win. And you know what happened? We got beat by 25 points. Besides the fact. But we gave it our best and walked away with our heads held high. Don't give yourself an excuse to fail is now a quote I'll live by. No matter what the challenge you're facing, don't count yourself out before you hit it head on. Finally, the best advice I can give you is to put your trust in God. Now, I'm not trying to preach to you here, but I've seen a lot of people's lives turn out a whole lot better because they follow God. If you don't believe me about anything else, just believe this. Your life will be a lot better if you put it in God's hands. Once again, I would like to thank everyone who has given me this opportunity. Class of 2017, congratulations and good luck. Thank you. Shout out to Denny. Now introducing Jaisha Van Brunt.
Hello. I would like to start out by thanking God for his many blessings and thanking the people who have encouraged me and who I'm sure will continue to influence my life. I'm thankful for all my teachers, but there are a few I'd like to specifically mention. Ms. Stevenson taught me not just math, but that pushing myself beyond where others wanted to go wasn't a bad thing. Mr. Redfern was, among other things, a down-to-earth mentor to so many of us. Mr. Fuller, you put up with me for 7 years, and I'm better for it. I'm thankful for those who have helped me with college planning, particularly the Upward Bound staff. I would also like to thank my friends who have been there to support me through hard lessons I've learned and with whom I've enjoyed making good memories with along the way. Some of those friends are in grades below me, others are coworkers and mentors, but some of those friends I have the honor of graduating with tonight. Finally, I would like to thank my family for believing and loving me, especially my papi, who taught me that hard work does pay off and that no matter what, to love. And my parents, who have given me everything and who have always supported my dreams. The mention of dreams, I feel the need to share with you an important choice I made recently and how it has affected me. As many of you know, I was going to New York for college. I had planned my entire high school career around it, taking extra courses to prepare me, and taking every AP class ELKINS offered to make my GPA as high as possible. I took the ACT 10 times and the SAT 4 times. I even took the ASVAB so that I could have every opportunity available, and in hopes that my college education would be paid for. I'm a first-generation college student. And not only did I want to make my parents proud, I wanted to make a better life for myself. I made up my mind that to do that, I needed to live the biggest dream I possibly could. I didn't realize then that I would make them proud no matter what college I chose, and that my biggest dream wasn't living alone in New York, freezing in all the snow. My biggest dream is to live an accomplished life, which is coincidentally something I've been doing this entire time, and that I can continue doing here at the U of A, where my family and friends are. It took a lot of introspection and many heartfelt talks for me to realize that, and to have peace about the decision to stay in Arkansas. I still have days where I wonder if I am limiting myself, or where I doubt that I made the right decision, but I am trusting that the dots will somehow connect in my future, because as Steve Jobs and Robert Frost said so well, believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even if it leads you to take the road less traveled by, because that will make all the difference. I have to have the courage to follow my heart and intuition. They somehow already know what I want to become. The same goes to all of you graduating tonight. In my high school career and through the last few weeks during which all that thoughtfulness went on, I have come to discover some knowledge I wanted to pass on to you graduates as we move forward in life. Recently, I was given a new perspective on this class of 2017 at a rather unexpected time. Tuesday night, in an almost spur-of-the-moment event, I camped out in Fuller's front yard with 4 other band seniors. We were up till 1 in the morning discussing our lives and our peers and the journey we have taken through high school. Many things were said, some of which came as a shock. My heart broke at some of what my peers have experienced, but at joy at how Many of you have overcome hardships in the best of ways. I felt closer to you all than I ever have. The most surprising thing was that if anything negative was mentioned about a person, there was always an underlying positive personality trait also associated with their name. It gave me somewhat of a reality check on the impact of actions and influence. On the matter of actions, Redfern captured their nature simply in the statement that people are irrational and self-interested. Those two things will explain the reason behind someone's actions most of the time, and for me it has made it easier to be slow to wrath, since their motivations behind things are essentially the same as my own. There's oftentimes a third category, though, that I have only recently discovered, and that is that people are inexperienced. They are trying just as hard as I am to figure out things in life. Not harder, because life may have thrown disadvantages their way, whether that be death, financial hardship, or other unfair circumstances. Who am I to judge them for doing anything? That perspective has changed my life. As for influence, we don't realize the impact we have on every single person we meet. It goes back to the positive connotation many of your names have in my mind, despite choices that weren't the best. Many of you influenced me without even knowing it. I look to Kate, and I admire to have courage like her. I now see Shad and see compassion under his armor of humor, and I admire that. In my eyes, Destiny is a model for change and knowing which battles to fight. The Marleys are an example of kindness and fun. After today, there will be no mandatory institution of education binding us together. Only memories, and even though I don't know many of you personally, it would be odd not seeing your familiar faces every day. I find comfort in you all. There will be a new model familiar made, however, whether your path takes you to college, a career, or elsewhere. When this happens, remember two things. As long as the passion is still there for whatever you do, happiness will be too. And that how you make people feel is oftentimes more important than anything else you do. Everywhere you go, you will encounter people. So remember that you touch lives without ever knowing that you've touched them. Be kind, be mindful, and be brave. Good night, my fellow class of 2017, and farewell. Now presenting his speech is Colton Bott.
That's for last. So how about the right in? My friends threatened me to keep it short, so I'm just going to jump right to it. As cliche as it is to say, yes, Elkins High School class of 2017, we are done, we did it. In a matter of minutes, we will be given our diplomas and be officially done with high school. Although we're more than happy to get away from the routine days of high school, we also miss and reminisce the many memories we made in the hallways, classrooms, and parking lots. For me specifically, it will be conversations and days with my friends at our lunch table. By the way, shout out to Kane Duncan for always taking heat for that. High school teaches us lessons not only in the classroom, but outside, and maybe even ones we can use in real life. For instance, whenever you go to talk to Miss Hickline, you might want to test the waters with her, see what her mood is before you start joking around with her. Or be like me and just do it, just to keep things interesting. If you ever need to know how to start a business, bounce a checkbook, or win a game of Monopoly, Mr. Redfern's your man. And while we're at it, if you ever need to know any question about U.S. world history at all, ask Mr. Robbins for a simple one-worded answer. And last but not least, for all my fellow football teammates, brothers, shall we always be tough enough? What I like to do now is give credit where credit is due. Asa, can you please be quiet? And there's a lot of credit due for a lot of people. More than a simple thank you is needed for our teachers, parents, friends, family, and anyone in our lives that help us in any way, shape, or form to get us where we are now. But that's all I can manage for now. So a round of thanks for everyone. Thank you all so very much. I would now like to thank the two most important people in my life, my parents, Mom and Dad. Thank you so much for being there for me and supporting me in my journey. Mom, thank you for your help when I didn't even know or thought I needed it. I guess it's true what they say. Moms really do know best. Dad, thanks for always being there when it came to pushing me in athletics and even academics. I love you both so much. So, friends, classmates, and soon-to-be alumni, as we take a big step in our lives and go separate paths in life, I would like to personally thank you for making my time here so great, memorable, and a wild fun ride. I also wish all the very best and know in my heart we have and will continue to do great things. I'm proud to say I'm going to be a graduate from Elkins High School 2017. God bless you all, and it was lit.
So at this time, there is one specific scholarship recipient that I would like to recognize. He does not know that he is receiving this scholarship, and it is Manuel Jr. Fernandez. Please stand up. He is receiving the Erin Elizabeth Duncan Memorial Scholarship for $2,500. And at this time, everyone else that is receiving a scholarship, please stand up. I apologize that I will not be recognizing each and every one of you for all of the scholarships, please remain standing, that you are receiving. But as a total, the class of 2017 has received over $1.1 million. So congratulations to you.
This time I would like to introduce Mr. Dan Jordan.
Thank you. As superintendent of Elkins School District, it is my genuine pleasure to welcome everyone here this evening to this commencement exercise of the Elkins High School class of 2017. It is now my pleasure to introduce the District Board of Directors at this time, and I would ask each of you to please stand when I call your name and remain standing, please. First, Mr. Brian Delozier, our President. Ms. Lauren Vaught, Vice President. Ms. Carol Heimsfield, Secretary. Ms. Gayla Stahman, Dispersing Officer. And Mr. Troy Kestner, Board Member. Thank you, Board. You may be seated. To the class of 2017, I congratulate you as soon-to-be Elkins High School graduates, and I commend this class for all your achievements. There were many. Each of you has made important contributions to Elkins High School, and not only is Elkins High School better for your contributions, I truly trust that you enhanced your own development during your journey. It is important for you to know that including your parents and your family has been discussed throughout the evening. We are all proud of you for reaching this milestone in your life. I also encourage each and every one of you to become a lifelong learner, and I wish you the best as you pursue your dreams and goals. Again, congratulations to the class of 2017.
This time I would like to introduce Mr. Brian Delozier for the presentation of diplomas. Maria Bosco Andrade. Joshua Nathaniel Ball. Brandon Ray Bamberg. Lila Vidal Barros. Sydney Adair Beasley. Dylan Ray Blaylock. Judith Francisca Blunt. Jessica Lynn Bowes, High Honors. Megan Nicole Bottoms. Tony Allen Boland Jr., Honors. Randall Logan Bryant. Kristana Danielle Caver, Honors. Austin Blake Center. Jeremiah Dalton Clevenger, Honors. Caitlin Sarai Connor, Honors. Jerry Callie DeMott. Kayla Ray Drummond. Caden Mackenzie Duncan. Bo Dwayne Dye. Emily Maya Dyke, High Honors Valedictorian. Tess Lee Elrod. Sydney Paige Ferguson. Manuel Jr. Fernandez, Honors. Denton Dwayne Foster, Honors. Emily Caitlin Freitag, Honors. George Benjamin Garcia, High Honors. Drew Jaron Gardner. Kobe David Gestring. Alexa Shea Harcourt, high honors. Atticus Christopher Henson. Edgar Rocky Herrera Perez. Benjamin Seth Hicks, honors. Caitlin Danielle Hicks. Robin Danielle Lynn Holmberg. Zachary Allen Hood. Mason Thomas Anthony Hunter. Hannah Elizabeth Hurst, high honors. Peyton Kelly Johnson. Dylan Casey Jones. Ryan Bradley Jordan. Chow Chin Gao. Kennedy Alexis Kessner, high honors valedictorian. Bo Daniel Ketcher. Ezra Allen Kickline. Zachary Ryan King, honors. Kobe Jacob Langham. Colton Levi Lewis. Jacob Donovan Marley, high honors valedictorian. Jeffrey Dean Marley, high honors valedictorian. Verania Montserrat Martinez, honors. Destiny Patrina Mathis, high honors valedictorian. Malachi Noel Maurice, High Honors, valedictorian. Noah Dalen Mix. Michaela Dawn Nagy. Autumn Nicole Oliver. Asa Cale Parker, High Honors. Sydney Wayne Parrish. Laurel Lynn Powell. Robert Emil Powell, Jr. Weston Luther Ralston. Roseanne May Redmond. Caleb Dean Shoemate. Hannah Nicole Sicardi. Austin Trevor Skaggs, High Honors, valedictorian. Dana Amanda Skinkus. Bailey Michelle Smith, High Honors, salutatorian. Dharma Ann Smith. Trenton James Smith, High Honors. Michael Edward Spahn. Krista Michelle Stewart, High Honors. Eric Cordray Steels. Jake Edward Strode. Boo Tristan Dakota Strong. Tyler Maurice Taylor. Zachary Michael Taylor. Andrew Dylan Traxler. Antonio Lee Turner. Hannah Danielle Tyner. Jasha Christine Van Brunt. High Honors Valedictorian. Jason Colton Campion Vaught. High Honors Valedictorian. Brianna May Ward. High Honors. Shad Patrick Way. High Honors. Cody Ray Wilson. Tristan Page Wood. Madeline Rose Young. High Honors. Congratulations, class of 2017. You may turn your tassels to the left. Thank you for attending the graduation ceremony for the class of 2017. Distinguished school board members, Mr. Jordan, faculty, staff, parents, relatives, and friends, I present to you the Elkins High School graduating class of 2017.